scratch, sweat, 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 sweat,
So, all right, just unrelated to anything we're recording here.
Uh-huh.
No, keep going. Just keep
going.
What? Anyways, cutting pizza into squares.
Yeah.
Do you mind explaining yourself? Like, what made you think that was okay?
Well, the pizza was a square.
Okay, but just because.
How do I?
Go ahead.
How do I?
Go ahead. Speak your mind.
Thank you. How do I slice a square pizza into slices? What's it gonna? What does that look like?
Well,
You never seen that? What do you mean? What is the etiquette? I have to put it into squares.
corner to corner, and if that's too big of a piece for it, you go edge to edge. That'll make 8 pieces if you do edge to edge and corner to corner.
Yeah, but they won't all be the same. They won't all be the same size.
That's okay. I mean, okay, honestly, I've eaten square pizza before, but it's always been from a place that delivered it. This is frozen pizza.
Yeah.
Why is it square?
Why was the frozen pizza square? Great question.
That's a great question, right? So I'm not even going to give you shit for that, all right? Square pizza, cut square. It's like, yeah, you read the instructions wrong. It's fine. But what about the people that make like a normal circular pizza, and then they still cut it square? Because like no 2 pieces are all right. There's maybe 4 pieces in the center that are the same size, similar toppings, but then the majority of them are like varying degrees of crust with a little bit of sausage.
You get like that outer sliver.
Oh, that corner edge of the square circular pizza is fucking garbage, Jay. I don't want that fucking pizza, Jay.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
It's just all crust.
Who the fuck's doing that? That's a good point, man.
It's a really good point. I don't really know where I was going with this, but, I'm just saying, maybe next time don't cut it this way.
I just want you to know that I'm not the other person you described. Circle pizza, it's a slice.
Yeah.
I've never tried to slice a circle pizza into squares.
You're a homely man of a certain stink about you.
Yeah.
You've lived by yourself, certainly, for a couple of years
Uh-huh.
as an adult. When you live by yourself, do you always cut the pizza?
Yes.
Or better yet, do you ever cut the pizza?
Always.
You ever try a little bit of south of the border, the Mexican burrito? Where you just take the pizza and
I actually am not.
you roll it into a tube. It's perfect, like for when you take a bath or you eat it in your bed.
You know why I don't like that? Is because I like the top of the pizza to be in the top.
But it's just like,
I don't want like all my mouth to be touching the bottom crust.
well, so like I'm eating a corner pizza of this square piece of pizza, so like 30% of it's crust and it's already undesirable. It's just highly unlikely that I'm gonna mate with it. It's not what I want in life. But the pizza burrito, again, the outside edge of the beginning and the end of the meal is 90% crust. And that fucking sucks. However, the middle, like 60, 70% of that pizza is like 100% center of the pizza. And there's a little bit of crust in there, but you don't even notice it because it's just buried in toppings of cheese and pepperoni.
I mean, that's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good time. It's like deep throating like an orgy.
Like, what's a pizza roll?
That's what a pizza roll should be,
Yeah.
Jay.
It's like a really big pizza. It literally is you rolled a pizza.
Yeah, that's what a pizza roll should be. If you could buy that in the frozen department of Walmart, that would make sense. But like the fact that a pizza roll is just like a little nugget of like sauce and chemically engineered cheese, it's not the same, dude. Anyways,
Pizza's alright.
so I was banging this broad the other day.
Anywho,
Yeah. Anyhow,
somebody watched this documentary
what is it about?
on TV. Have you heard of the actor Armie Hammer?
Armie Hammer?
Yeah, not Arm and Hammer. It sounds so similar, but his name is Armie Hammer.
Like A-R-M-Y? Like U.S. Army?
A-R-M-I-E. Hammer. Last name Hammer.
Is it a black man? Tell me it's a black man.
No.
Really?
Mm-mm.
What is he?
White.
He's from America.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a fucking idiot, but alright, go on.
Anyway. He was in, like, the Social Network movie. You saw that one? Like, the Facebook movie?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I know about it.
He plays the twins in that one.
Okay. Wait, you played 2 people?
Yeah.
That's pretty talented.
But anyway, there's this whole documentary on him.
Sorry, go on.
And apparently, he's into, like, some really kinky BDSM stuff.
Yeah.
And would, like, was very openly texting women about it.
Mm-hmm.
And doing it to them.
Yeah. I don't see a problem.
And so then, I guess he did it to enough women. And they made this documentary.
Oh, well.
About how he's like a sexual predator on this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Which honestly I didn't entirely understand. Because I'm like, well, he didn't actually do anything wrong.
Yeah.
As far as I understand. He's just weird, right?
Yeah. Relatable.
But the thing that got me when I was watching it, there was like 3 parts. And they just kept bringing up this one thing that he's really into. And calling it out by name. He'd be like, he texted me this, he texted me that. And then he sent me a picture of these shibari bondage ropes.
Okay.
And they kept saying...
Trademark.
They kept saying shibari throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
To the point where at the very end of this sex crime documentary, 3 parts, I was expecting it to be like, brought to you by shibari bondage ropes.
Smart.
And this just to be some elaborate ad to get their name out there.
I would respect the fuck out of a company if they did something like that. That'd be cool as shit. I'd buy that bond.
It'd be smart.
Yeah, it would be.
You know, I never knew about shibari bondage ropes, but I know about thin crust pizza.
I know too much about shibari rope, but not enough about pizza. And I know a lot about pizza, so let tell you something. So anyways, I was banging this broad. I always thought it'd be funny if you're like into the kink play with the ropes. Like, oh, I'm all into that. If you just tied them up and left them and did grocery shopping. I always wanted to do that.
Oh my god.
Like, just leave for like 3 hours. It'd be really fun.
Think about the risk of that though. Like, there's only a certain age group that you could really do it. Because imagine if you're like 60 and you're like, I'm really into tying you up. And you'd be like, well, when's the last time you got blood work done? Because like, you're having a fucking heart attack while I'm tied up here.
That's just arousal, baby. This is arousal. She likes it.
And then your kids come home and find me fucking
tied up with a dildo batted
my
to your
pussy's
face.
fucking bulging.
Spread eagle.
Please call an ambulance.
You have electric nipple clamps. Mother. That's a weird thing. Imagine like seeing you know, I don't even want to go there.
No.
It's not even funny.
No.
I don't even want to think about that.
No.
But to get back to the point I was saying, I think it would be kind of funny to, if you ever met someone that was really into it, like just be like, "Oh, you're into that? Cool." Listen to some fucking heavy metal on Spotify while I go shopping, and I'll be back when I get back. And that might be hours later. And assuming you tie, like, because like, here's the thing: if you're gonna do BDSM, you got to do it. You can't half-ass it. You're not gonna use Velcro. You're not gonna use like fucking those fake handcuffs that you can break right out of. They use real shit. They use real rope, like shampoo rope, whatever the fucking brand you were saying in that last bit, and then, or use their like real handcuffs, like something that you're not gonna get out of. So like if you
Create a real sense of danger.
yeah, real sense of danger, authentic arousal. That's what I like to think about, right? Authentic arousal. So once you leave, like they're not leaving. So then when you do come back, like a fucking 4-hour trip to the, Sam's Club later, they're still there, and I imagine they would just be fucking wetter than a whistle.
Damn, dude, you should try that.
Just try impersonating people for like 4
Even
hours.
people that aren't into it.
Yeah, people that aren't into it. Like, hey, baby, I want to try this new thing.
You might not like it at first.
You're gonna hate it, but I'm gonna.
You might not like it ever.
While I'm grocery shopping and checking out in line, I'm gonna be fucking rock hard.
Anyway.
Wait. I might have something here.
Oh, okay.
Give me 2 seconds. Okay. Have you ever dropped your phone into the toilet?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, when did you do it?
When I was hammered.
Okay, but like, why were you in the bathroom?
Because I had to pee.
Okay. So when you dropped the phone in the toilet, was it during the pee or after or before?
During. I was looking at my phone while I was pissing drunk in the toilet. And just bloop.
I'm serious.
And I immediately reached my hand in, even though I was still pissing.
Wait, like you like midstream, like your arm crossed the stream.
Yeah, like a Indian catching a fish by hand in a river. Like I just grabbed it by the neck. My phone.
Like a grizzly bear catching a salmon.
Exactly.
It's just
Yeah.
like it's all
It
skill
was
at that point.
yeah. It was
Wow.
instinctual.
No, I'm trying to make the point I was trying to make is like I remember being like babysat as a kid, and I was like playing with like race cars like on the rim of the toilet bowl, but like while I was shitting, and I dropped a race car into the toilet, and it landed like right on top of like a big piece of shit, like the bottom hole,
God.
like the bottom hole of the toilet. And I told the babysitter, like,
What kind of big shits were you taking as a fucking Hot Wheels player?
Well, like in my memory. In my memory, I'm thinking it was about the size of a beer can, but also like when I was at
Plus the rim of the toilet bowl. Were you not using the seat?
well, I should have the seat, but like, hear me out. Like as a kid, like a beer can size shit wasn't as big as a beer can, because like everything seemed bigger back then. So let's just say maybe it was the size of like a half of a Red Bull. Let's say like a big shit for a little guy. But there was like a Hot Wheels car like right on top of it, like just bottom of the fucking as deep as it could go into the toilet, like the deepest point of the shit fucking
I understand,
bowl.
yeah.
Yeah, I just want to really drive that home, the deepest part of the toilet. So you're not like just pinching it, like
It was in there.
You're getting your whole hand fucking submerged in shit water.
Maybe even beyond the point of like where light can reach.
But like
it's dark.
Yeah, it was a bit dark. Like the color changed a bit, right? But like, I like even as a little kid, as animalistic as little kids are, like, I knew like you don't touch poop, right?
Yeah.
So it's like once it was in the toilet, it was like that's something I need, i.e. the race car, but that's poop, and I can't touch that. I can't touch that water that's touched poop.
It's discipline.
So it was kind of like a learning curve. Like I don't know what to do here. Even though it's like I easily have the tools to solve this problem. I asked the babysitter to like help me out with that.
Oh my God.
Great, I'm like 3 or 4 years old, and I don't know if I ever got that car again. But I want to say she got it from me again, and it was like all clean, but like. So I guess that just means that like this babysitter reached into a toilet bowl full of shit and grabbed a race car out of it. And then spent the time or maybe she didn't, but like to wash the car.
Oh my God, your parents must have been paying her pretty good.
I don't know. I think they're paying her fucking like poor. What do poor people pay for babysitters? but
Probably not too much.
not too much, but like. I don't really know where I was going with that point, but I guess back to my original point here. Have you ever dropped your phone in a toilet bowl full of shit?
No. Shit, no.
No. So what if you did?
Well, it'd be hard to do because I don't shit standing up.
Well, like, what if you shit and then you stood up and you're about to flush? You don't flush sitting down, do you?
Mm.
Let's say, because you get all wet every time you do that.
Yeah, it would hit your butt cheeks. You gotta stand up and look at it, too.
Hey, you gotta see your creation.
Like,
your
what's
masterpiece
going on?
of art. Your masterpiece of art.
And you're always hoping that you can see the shit over the toilet paper.
Oh, yeah. You want to make an island if you can.
You know, recently I
Yeah?
changed the way that I wipe my ass.
Well, like front to back or back to front? Do you lick it now?
So listen, hear me out.
You got a bidet? Like what?
Well, for the longest time, I didn't know that people didn't sit down and lean forward to wipe their ass.
What do you mean lean forward?
Like, you're sitting down,
So,
and
yeah.
you lean forward and you wipe your ass.
Oh, from behind?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
No, it's not.
What do you mean, no, it's not?
It's not weird.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty weird to me.
So I didn't know that people didn't do that. Probably until I was like 17.
Wait, how did you used to wipe your ass?
Sitting down and wiping my ass from behind.
But how do you do it now?
And just listen.
Okay.
Then when I was like 17 or 18, I learned that people stand up to wipe their ass.
What? Wouldn't that just that cake get everywhere between your cheeks?
I would think so. I've never done it. I've literally never stood up to wipe my ass, so I don't know.
I'll say this: I've given supplemental wipes when I've stood up because I felt like a wet spot touched the other side of my cheek. And I realized there was a little poop dot that wasn't on my asshole, but it was on my far left butt cheek, and then it just touched my right cheek.
On
And
the
I
walls.
realized.
Yeah.
So like that, in that experience, it kind of makes sense.
Sure, that makes
little
sense.
poop dot, Problem solved with a quick stand up and a little wipe. But anyways, as you were saying.
What I've transitioned to within like the last year of my life is the pull the sack to one side and wipe right between the legs.
That's all I've ever done.
It's the best way.
As someone with extra dangly balls, it's almost easier. Because you can move dangly balls more to the side than like non-dangly balls.
But I noticed you can only do it in certain scenarios. At least for me.
I explain.
Like at home where I put my shorts all the way down to my ankles.
Yeah.
And I can like spread my legs and get in there.
Good.
Yeah, sure. Well, but like when I'm at work
Yeah.
and like I have pants on and I can only like
You don't
really
want
bring
the
it to like
lower
here.
stuff out? Yeah.
You can't get between your legs to wipe your ass.
You
You have to like lean forward into the side and wipe.
Yeah, I don't do that. I always have to make it work.
You get in there.
Yeah, I get really in there. I might slip a finger.
Do you shit in public?
I don't like shitting in public, but I sometimes do. You know what I mean? It's never fun, but it always feels good. It's kind of weird.
I always do.
Is there any better feeling than taking a shit when you need to take a shit?
No.
It's like fucking taking a hit out of something. Like
There's no more.
It's orgasmic, really.
There's no more relieving feeling
Yeah.
than like having diarrhea somewhere that you shouldn't.
What, like in a doghouse or a carriage? Like, what are we talking?
Think about somewhere that you are like, oh no, I have diarrhea and I don't know how I'm gonna get to I don't know where or how I'm gonna get to the nearest
hot air
bathroom.
balloon.
There's no bathroom here. I have.
There's not even another room. It's just one little room. That's a good question. I want to Google that now. How do you shit on a hot air balloon?
You know how diarrhea used to kill people?
Mm-hmm.
If I had diarrhea in a hot air balloon, I would fucking kill myself. I would just jump over the side. Do you think when you hit the ground or you have a belly full of diarrhea, you just fucking shit explode? It was like, oh fuck.
He died as he lived, covered in shit. This is a good question, though. Would like the smell of like the gas like burn off the stink of the poo of like someone hanging over a basket? Is there a little trap door you can maybe do?
What is a hot air balloon burning? Helium?
I don't know. Hydrogen?
Hydrogen?
I don't fucking know. It's just hot air. It doesn't really matter, does it? But
What kind of gas do you fart? Like methane?
I don't think it's really methane. I think people just say methane.
I don't know.
But then again, I don't really know.
I mean, people can light their farts, apparently.
How big? We're dodging past the important question. How big is a balloon basket? No, I'm serious.
Not big enough to have a bathroom.
Not big enough for diarrhea, but like, like I wonder, like how big are these things? Like is it like a 4x4 like foot square like basket, or is it like?
That's a good question. You see
3x3?
You see in movies, it maybe looks.
Is it like the size of a small room? Is it like 6x6?
I'm gonna say it is 5x5. I'm gonna say 5x5 basket. You can't lay down in it.
I have 25 square feet, which sounds pretty big.
No, it doesn't. It sounds tiny. What are you talking about? 25 square feet?
That sounds like a lot. I don't know. I'm thinking of like the square tiles that are 1x1. It seems like a lot. Maybe not, actually.
25 of those? That's 5 and 5.
Let me think for a second here.
Think about how tall you are. You can't lay down any way in that.
Yeah,
thing.
that's true. I'm a big 6'7" dude.
Exactly, dude. You're huge, dude.
I'm giant. I am huge. I am now become huge.
The destroyer of poos.
Worlds. Destroyer of poos and worlds. Where do they put the fuel on their airplane? No, the balloon. Is it in the basket with you? Like, is it like a big cylindrical fucking propane tank looking thing? But like the really tall kind? Like for welding?
That's a good question, too.
Yeah,
I think we need to do more research on balloons.
I almost need to like Google image balloons, but like not like just for the art of seeing a balloon, but like the mechanisms of a balloon.
Don't they have like sandbags tied to the rails?
Yeah, that's how they let off weight to float up.
Yeah. But what do you do when you need to go down? You just cut the heat.
You just collect the sand that you drop. So that doesn't make sense. It's retarded.
Throw that back up here.
Here, I need that sand. Oh wait, no, bring it back. I wasn't done. Okay.
Also, can you throw up some Imodium?
Can you throw up some toilet paper? I'm about out. Sorry for that rainfall earlier. I know the weatherman didn't call for any precipitation, but I ate Taco Bell last
Holy
night.
shit, you just said it. Why we didn't think about that?
What?
You just poop over the side. Or is there like an Amish fucking bathroom? There's like an Amish hole in the corner.
I like to think that's
You just shit through the bottom of the...
and that's too dangerous. There's like a 4-inch hole in the fucking right-hand corner of it that you just squat
Just
over.
big enough for an asshole to...
It's like an Asian toilet, you know, where they have like the squatty potties?
Yeah.
You know, where it's just like a porcelain hole in the
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just one of those, but like in the twine of the basket. And it just goes down wherever it goes. It's in God's hands at that point. Allah Akbar.
It's in God's hands.
As a God-fearing man, I'm sure he'll take care of it.
Man. Diarrhea from a hot air balloon.
I imagine it would spurt just
That's
everywhere.
where we got to.
And then you gotta use you have to wear shoes on a hot air balloon. I'm assuming. Then you just use
You probably wear shoes too.
your shoe to like kind of scrape the extra mud that you just created down the hole. Like ew, yeah. You gotta like click your shoes. You gotta like hey, look at me. You gotta go like ew, yeah, like over the hole. You get the mud out of your fucking shoe. That's a lot of poo.
The hot air balloon operator's like...
The hot air balloon 3 feet away from you, shaking his head with his aviator glasses on. Like,
And it's only like 3 feet off the ground.
It's only 5 minutes into the flight, and you're supposed to go around the
You're
world.
like, dude, you could have literally just jumped off and you wouldn't have hurt yourself.
Dude, we just took off.
Shitting in the hot air balloon while it's still on the ground.
I didn't know where to go, so I went in the corner. Oh yeah, that's so stupid.
He just like brings on like some goats or something to eat the shit away or clean it up.
Dude, what are we gonna do with all this weight now? Someone's gotta pick it up. Who's gonna pick it up? Like somehow the weight didn't like count when it was in your body, but when you shit it out, it's like extra weight now that you have to compensate for.
It's an extra passenger.
So they'll put it in one of those bags of sand.
Anyway,
that's really stupid. I don't know why I laughed at that the way I did.
I liked it.
I'm embarrassed, but I liked it.
I liked it.
Like most of my fetishes, I'm embarrassed, but I liked it.
Anyway, how long into, if you were like kidnapped by somebody, like we're watching this show with Steve Carell where he's this guy's therapist.
The psychiatric.
And he gets kidnapped by his patient.
Yeah.
Because he's a murderer.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody didn't want to reveal himself, but he needs help. But it made me think, like, how long into being kidnapped? Like, how long are you there? Okay, shit. Like, I've been here for, like, fucking 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I gotta jerk off eventually. Like, yeah.
Oh, like jerk off in captivity?
Am I gonna masturbate eventually? Like, how long into being kidnapped do you masturbate?
And you know what? That's a good fucking point. I never thought about it.
Because you would eventually, right?
Eventually,
like you get comfortable.
That goes without saying.
You're no longer concerned with like escaping. You're like, all right, well, I need to make terms with this.
Well, here's my thing. Like, I didn't even consider that ever. So I don't even think the captor would ever consider that if that's their first time. So would that be like a power move on them? Like, you're so comfortable in their captivity that you're fucking beaten up. Like, they would just be like, oh, fuck, this guy's next level. He loves being my captive.
I mean, I think it would be just, like, jerking off in general. You'd want to keep it to yourself.
Imagine it would be, like, similar to, like, jerking off in a portage on, like, physically, you can make it happen, but I don't know. The circumstances don't lead you to want to, but
you're forcing
you're
it.
Still forced to do it anyways.
You're like, I for whatever reason, I know I need to do this.
Yeah, and once you start, you're not going to stop. I mean, so.
But it's a question. How long in?
No, let me ask you this. How long do you go without masturbating now? Alright, so 2 days. Oh, excuse me. Probably like 2 days, right? So like if you got kidnapped on a Monday, you'd be jerking off in chains by Wednesday.
You'd be jangling that chain hard by Wednesday.
Yeah, like, hey, keep it down there.
Ching, 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 ching,
Ching, ching.
This fucking guy. You're hitting the fucking floor with a broomstick.
Keep it down. Dude, I already locked you in the basement. What else do you want me to do to you?
I will come down there and take that chain off.
Like, no, like, not even in a joking way, but like, if you're captive in like a fucking dreary fucking basement and you got nothing to fucking do, what's the one thing you can do when you have all the fucking time in the world? You'd be fucking beaten off like a frenzied ape. That's literally all you have.
You probably masturbate more than normal.
You'd just be spitting into your left and right hand the whole time and just be like fucking milking it like an unending pussy. I mean, what else are you gonna do? Fucking try to break out of
and it's never in any movie.
No.
It's never discussed.
I want to see that in a movie. You know what? If you really want to make a fucked up movie, you get a fucking bad guy that's prepared for it. He's like, yeah, I knew you were gonna do that. And that's why I did X, Y, Z.
You know what's interesting is because they don't even do the lesser of that. They don't even show like, think about like Braveheart. He's chained in that fucking cell.
Yeah.
Why is there not just like a fucking lump of shit in the corner? Like
where
are they shitting?
A big pile of shit would be good. That's what Braveheart needed, a big pile of shit.
And like the princess, the queen walks in and she's just like,
whoa!
I'll come back.
Gods,
get in there and
come quickly.
Shovel that shit. This is despicable.
No, that is a good question though. Like, if you were in a cellar and you were just like wallowing in your own filth, that would accumulate after a while. Like, does anyone ever clean it?
Exactly, and does that contribute to the jerk off?
Wait, like feces?
Well, I'm saying, like, does it? Think
what are you saying, sir?
How long is this chain? I guess is my question. And are they letting you shit somewhere, or is it just like you have a 5-foot chain, you shit over there?
5 feet is pretty good though, because if you're chained to a wall and you have 5 feet, that means you have like a 10-foot.
You have 10-foot
diameter.
So you shit over there.
So at the very best, you could you could jerk off 10 feet away from a mountain of shit.
a mountain of shit. Because you're gonna want to keep shitting in the same spot.
You're gonna keep shitting.
You're not gonna fucking make a perimeter of shit.
So at the very worst, not the very worst, but if you're really trying to spread out your feces, you can make like a fucking a border wall of 5 feet away from you at any given point in your little room of poop from you. There's a lot of math going into this, isn't there?
You're gonna have to plan this out. Yeah.
We're gonna plan this
Here's the thing about this.
Well, or you could shit in your hand like an animal and throw it somewhere.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. You could have a stockpile of shit, weapons.
Like weaponized feces, like a monkey, like an ape.
Yeah, maybe you also have a kidney stones. You have when kids would put a rock inside of a snowball.
Yeah.
You have a kidney stone inside of a shit ball.
Oh, I was thinking maybe the hay or whatever that they use. You could coat hay in feces.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe make a brick.
You're making mud bricks with
shit.
Yeah,
mud bricks with shit. But that's implying that you're eating a lot. I don't really think you're eating a lot if you're in a dungeon.
That's like Haji Rebar.
I mean, yeah, it really is, right?
Anyway.
That bit went on more than I thought.
I kind of have a continuation of it.
Keep going. Go on.
How long do you think it took, when COVID started and nobody thought it was going to keep going?
Yeah.
And then there was oh, it's going to keep going, and nobody thought it was going to keep going, and then it kept going.
Mm-hmm.
How long people are just okay, I guess I'll wear the mask for now.
Speak for yourself.
But how long into COVID did it take for somebody to use a mask as a cum rag?
That's a really fucking important question because
Because I have.
Well, I was gonna say I personally blown my nose into old masks before.
Blown my nose into them so.
I got nothing else to do. Not when I was wearing. I just it was in the car door area. Exactly. Yeah, I just picked it up. I gotta fucking blow a snot or.
So how long into it do you think somebody was oh fuck, I need something?
When did they come out with the mask restrictions?
I actually don't know.
If they came out in August, I was blowing my nose into them by September. September was the day I stopped giving a fuck.
September, the best day of the year.
Best month of the year, you simple bastard.
You simple fuck.
A good fuck is really good. When you really get
the best.
Yeah, it's really good. But no, that's a good point. How long before you just say fuck it and just start jizzing?
I imagine it was day one. This is my point.
Well, I mean,
everybody's jerking off everywhere all the time.
Not even COVID related.
Especially when they're kidnapped.
I mean, you come home from a long day at work.
Kidnapped during COVID?
Come home from a long day at work when your wife and kids aren't even home. It's I'll use my fucking underwear as a cum rag. Well, I'm still wearing it. I mean, what do you mean am I going to use a mask? Yeah, eventually, after I go through my shirt, my pants, and my socks, yeah, I'll eventually get to the mask.
That's a good point. The answer is what was closest to me.
The real question is who comes into their sock versus onto the sock? It's one thing to come on the sock.
Within it.
But, when you, put your dick inside of the sock you're wearing it, a little snuggy tuggy, that's a bit different. That's a little weird. Because, I mean... I'd like to think detergent can get it on the outside, but is it really going to get in there? Probably, but it seems a little extra.
You can always flip your sock inside out.
I'm a guy that likes to pull out, so I don't like to come inside of things. I don't know. It is what it is. I don't know where I was going with this.
I think you said it all, man.
Yeah, I think I said all I needed to say. Anyways, hey, look at the skeleton.
I was thinking about this today.
Oh, dude, you ever look at a skeleton? It's a little D-ring in the pelvis area. Why is that? It's you could hook a carabiner around there. What if you tortured somebody, you just tied a fucking wire to that and you just pulled them? Hey, come here. Kind of like a bull ring on their nose.
Yeah, that's a bad. Do we really?
Like, why is that there?
Do we really have that?
You're like, what if the rib?
Oh yeah, we do. I just stick my finger up my fucking ass. Oh yeah.
There's definitely a hole. No, I mean an extra
I count
hole.
two.
I can count 3. One on the center, one on the left, and one on the right. This isn't even funny. This is just something I observed in middle school. So you ever get like hit in the stomach, like how much it fucking hurts? It's like, I know you need the rib cage to end at a certain point to have flexibility, but to the viewers that won't looking but could hear, the skeleton's hand just fell off. But no, what if like the rib cage, like the sternum, right? It was just like 5 inches longer, and the ribs went covered up like your intestines do. Maybe you couldn't bend down so far. Like, you already can't suck your own dick, so like, what are you really missing at that
What's
point?
the point? Them being able to bend it all.
Like, if you couldn't bend more than so sit up straight and bend your neck to look down. Like, what if that's like all you could do? Like, your spine didn't actually like bend over because your ribs were in the way.
But you're so much more protected.
Yeah, but you're just you're like a fucking tank at that point. Like, you get a fucking baseball to the fucking stomach. It's like, yeah, it's alright. I got a sternum there.
Well, didn't Marilyn Manson get a rib removed?
No, that's just a rumor.
Okay, well, what if you got ribs added?
like a rib transplant.
Yeah,
That'd be
you got a
pretty
dead
cool.
man's rib cage.
Just
like
they
fucking
give you like a pork fucking
welded onto your own.
Well, like here, look at the hips for that matter. There's like armor plating on your hips on the back and the sides. But it's just all open in the front. Like, what if that bone was like a circular kind of thing like that? And it just
You're talking about like, what if we had like an exoskeleton? Living tissue of a metal endoskeleton.
I'm a cybernetic organism. Yeah, no. Well, I mean, I guess like for like a woman, right? This is where the baby goes.
You trying to make us all bugs?
I'm a bug
Fucking
person.
insects.
No,
you're thinking of Starship Troopers.
But as a man, since there's no chance of me ever having a baby, like if I could have like this, just all be like, since I'm already way stronger than a woman, like what if I just had all this like armor plating? Like,
make me like a fucking armadillo. Just
yeah.
wrap me in armor naturally.
And like make like the spot, make the neck vertebrae just a little thicker.
Yeah.
Make like really increase like the cartilage. So like you know what? Don't even bend the knees. Like have it just be one long bone down to the foot. You don't bend it. You just kind of like you like Cotton Hill everywhere.
Maybe there was an evolutionary advantage to this at one point, but
no,
now,
I think this is from like lizards or some shit.
Now we're at the top of the food chain. We don't even need to hunt for our own food. Just fucking give me straight legs, straight arms, a rib cage down to my fucking dick. Give me a neck that can't turn.
What about a dick bone? What about like a dick bone? Like
give me a fucking raccoon's dick.
No, I don't even care what animal. Like just like even if it's a pinky finger, if there was always a bone in there for rigidity.
Give me a walrus's dick.
So you're like a tusk. Like if you had a tusk for a dick. But with endoskeleton, like cybernetic organism, living tissue over a tusk, you know. That way, I mean, there's always you're not like mushrooming in like a lip dick into like a salty hole, you know.
It's a shower.
Yeah, it's definitely you ain't get much use out of it, but it's definitely a shower. I think that'd be really good and popular.
It could kill.
Yeah. It'd be really popular with the kids, surely.
Yeah, it'd be good. Just, okay, I'm thinking like straight arms, straight legs, rib cage. I can't. So how do you stand up?
Well, you're either always...
How do you run?
You are a sexual predator.
Like a fucking crab.
You just dominate on the sports field. You dominate in the bedroom. You dominate in the workforce. You just dominate.
You're a force.
You are a force that will not be reckoned with. People won't fuck with you if they see that walking towards them.
You look at that guy.
If I saw someone walking towards me, if I saw someone 6'5" walking towards me and they weren't bending their knees, they weren't even like moving their elbows, I wouldn't fuck with that guy. That guy's a force. That guy's a straight chud. He's a chody in disguise.
The guy is so straight.
He's like 90% bone at that point. That'd be scary.
Anyway.
Well, what about the nose? Look at the nose. I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but like, look at the nose. It's like a hole in your head.
It's true. Why not just complete
Why
the
not
nose?
have like a little beak, like the shape of a nose?
Like, why let the nose be breakable in the first place?
What is this like? Look at the skeleton. I know this is anatomically correct, but like, what if there was like a little thing, like it was just like a shield and like two slits, like a beak? Why is there a big opening that you could just like shove your fingers in?
I mean, why do we even grow a nose beyond that point? We should just only have that.
Like a little like fleshy hole.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Why does the nose protrude out? What other animal has a nose like that? Like, I mean, I know a dog has
Was that a bone? Like, that's all bone, though.
Is a dog nose bone? Because have you ever seen like a dead like raccoon skull or whatever? It's just like a big hollow area.
I guess it does kind of just like go down to teeth.
But
right?
why does a dog nose like get so wet? Like, why is their nose wet and moist and mine is like full of blackheads?
I don't know. Ask her.
She doesn't look very interested in answering any
She doesn't look like she's capable of answering.
She looks kind of stupid. She looks like she might be on the spectrum.
Look how fluffy she is, though.
Wow. You know what? That last bit was really good. Let me give you a hand.
Oh. Job?
Job well done.
Hand job.
Oh.
Anyway. So.
I'm begging this broad on the subway.
We're working through them here.
Alright, what do you got?
So.
Give me that hand. Oh.
So, do you, like, women that have that disease that, like, makes you look like you're an 8-year-old? It, like, keeps you in a child's body, even though you're, like, an adult?
That's unfortunate.
You know what I'm talking about?
I've heard of it.
Yeah. Do you think they have a hard time convincing guys that they're not 8 years old? Like, do you think that guy is like...
I'll say this.
Let me see your ID, and then even then they're like, "Ugh, fuck, I don't know." Like, I really don't want to get in trouble.
I don't think they have a hard time getting laid. I'll say that.
Well, that's the other thing I want to say.
I think they get laid just fine, but they have a hard time convincing pedophiles that they're over the age. That's probably the bigger problem.
What does that say about the guy?
Oh, and then it says you're a fucking pedophile.
Exactly. Oh yeah, I think she has a great personality. Oh yeah.
Oh, like if you brought her home to your parents, like, hey, ma, dad, listen.
Yeah, she's a great girl.
She's in authorities.
And you're like, we know that you.
I'm not as sexually attracted to her. She's got a really good personality.
Yeah, I'm not sexually attracted to her. I'm not.
That's really uncomfortable to think about, but you know.
Right. You know what's in the back of the head? Like, I had a buddy in high school who dated this girl that was like 4'6". Looked like we were in high school, like in 10th grade. So she looked like she was like 6 years old. I'm not even gonna lie.
That's weird.
Bizarre. It was bizarre. At the time, though, because we are still all children technically.
Yeah.
He's like, okay.
So is it okay for pedophilia if you're like less than 18? Is that what you're saying? I don't agree with that.
No.
I feel like situation dictates. Like,
But-
you're a 17-year-old fucking a 6-year-old.
Like, she was in the grade below us, so like we knew. I'm saying, like, if you're like a 30-year-old guy and you meet a 24-year-old girl,
Yeah. Quotation marks.
or so she says,
Yeah.
but she looks like she's like 8 years old. It only goes beyond the point of hello if you are a pedophile.
Did you ever see that show on MTV or VHS or VH1, whatever the fuck it was called? It's like the Jason Alamaka show, or
Oh, yeah.
It was like I don't remember the name, but it was like something like that show. There was like this guy.
Andy Milonakis.
Yeah, whatever the fuck his name is. He was like, he looked like a kid, but he's like an adult.
Yeah, he has that.
Yeah.
He was like 40, but he looked like he was 15.
Yeah, really. Yeah. That was like the running gag. He had like a rap in the intro. It's like,
this is my show. I'm Andy Milonakis.
something about frozen peas or something.
Yeah. Bonsai tree. Yeah.
I'm not a pea. It's bad, but it's kind of funny too.
Pea face, not a pea face. Yeah, something. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so you remember that, right?
Tree face.
You call me
Not a
tree face,
tree.
but I'm not a tree face or something like that.
Yeah.
Fuck me, I kind of want to listen to it. Just not because I want to hear it, but just because I want to remember it, right? But, yeah, so, I mean, how did that guy made money doing that show, obviously, so, I mean, he had to have gotten laid. So imagine being, like, the guy in that perspective.
It's okay the other way
and
around.
convincing a prostitute to have sex with you. Like, listen, I have the money, I'm over 18, I look like I'm 7, but believe me, I'm at least 40.
A prostitute checking your ID like a bouncer at a club.
Nah, it ain't gonna fly. She thinks it's a fake and keeps it.
Right. I'm gonna go report this to the authorities.
You're going to jail.
Officer, I'm a prostitute and this kid
This
is
toddler tried to solicitate sex with me.
this toddler's trying to fuck me. I don't do that.
I don't. J.C. Penney don't do that no more.
JC.
You think J.C. Penney had it good?
You know, I think JC Penney was a guy.
Was it really?
I think.
Oh, don't tell me. Oh, this hand is really just not on the fit, the bill. Man, how long have we been recording for? It feels like it's been ages.
Oh, you ready to call it?
No, I'm just joking.
Because I got a ton more. It has been a long time though.
I was just joking.
Damn, I barely even got we're like 3 things into this.
I'm glad you got some more stuff because I have a little bit more, but I don't know if any of them are fun.
I know we've talked about this before, but you know that there's that
This
love,
fucking hand. I'm
that
sorry.
Love on the Spectrum show.
Yeah, with the retards and the autisms.
Exactly. So I just wanted to bring up that it's like normal people can date autistic people,
Yeah.
and autistic people can date
Retards.
Down syndromes apparently,
Yeah.
but normal people can't date Down syndromes. And I think it's really
You either fuck across or fuck up. You don't fuck down. Where were you going with this bit? Here, I answered it. in
I
one
guess you
second.
said it all.
Yeah. Sorry if I red pilled you guys.
Okay, what about if a Down wants to? Wait, say that again. Say what you said again.
You either fuck across or you fuck up. You don't fuck down.
Syndrome.
You don't fuck down. Yeah, that's right. There you go. That's a campaign slogan.
You either
Wow.
fuck across or you fuck up.
You don't fuck
You
down.
don't
syndrome.
fuck down syndrome.
Comma syndrome. Yeah. What were you asking?
Okay, well then, with that in mind,
Yeah.
who is that appealing to?
The show? Nobody.
What if a Downy? What if a Downy fucked up?
Like if a Downey wanted to fuck down,
Nope, up.
that would. Alright, well, it depends on the gender. Depends on the gender.
Okay, explain.
A lady will fuck up and across, but a guy, you should fuck up and across. A lot of times he'll fuck down and across, but sometimes.
Well, it's down for down. Syndrome.
What's retard pedophilia?
Oh, fuck.
Yes, that's down. That's down there.
Oh, that's down.
That's dregs.
Damn, I didn't think you were gonna have anything. That's down.
Yeah, I went down. I went down.
If you were like a 30-year-old retard and you were like, fuck, I can't even get the other retards like me.
And you have to.
I gotta look at the kid retards.
The retarded pedophiles. I imagine there's not many. There's probably like 4.
They're, I don't know. I don't know. There might be more than you think.
I don't know.
People aren't talking about it though.
No, but, yeah,
We need to
that's
start.
the best.
We need to start talking about it.
Maybe we need to bring awareness to this. Maybe we need to start a GoFundMe. Maybe we need to do like a walkathon.
We need to march.
Yeah, and every
on
time I do a
Washington.
lap, someone will give me a quarter so I can raise awareness for the cure. And we're gonna walk for the cure, for retardation.
But if you're saying you either fuck up or cross, not Down syndrome.
Yeah.
What if Down syndrome tried to fuck up? What's that? Autism?
Depends on the gender.
I know you just said that.
Yeah. So what kind of retard? Like a retarded girl, it's okay for her to date an autistic man.
Is it okay for her to date a regular man?
That's skipping too much.
So she's not.
It's possible.
It is?
It's possible.
Do you think it is?
It's possible.
Because my theory was it's not possible to jump that autistic gap.
I think it is.
You have to be a pretty special person.
There's a lot of really desperate, lonely fucks out there. Well, hey, here, are we just talking about fucking, or are we talking
Well,
about
actually, you know another thing about it?
Yeah. Everyone can fuck, but it's
Here,
hard to hold a relationship.
Think about this. I had a buddy in high school.
Dude, stop lying. We're gonna have to censor that name now.
I had a
Johnny Walker's
buddy.
a whiskey.
I had a buddy in high school.
I had a buddy in high school named Jack Daniels.
I had a buddy in high school. He dated this broad.
Yeah. Now I'm interested. Go on.
Anyway, we also had a retarded kid on the football team.
Well, every team does. It's like a mascot.
His name was Danny. One coach called him Radio.
Are you serious?
Yes. He didn't think there was anything wrong with that. Every time he said it, it was like, Jesus Christ.
Really? Holy fuck, that's amazing.
But yeah, he was a retard in the football team, and
You got to score one touchdown every game, right?
No, but actually, he ended up being in the paper for scoring a touchdown.
It was like the wrong jersey.
He switched jerseys with the non-retarded kid at halftime, but it went in the paper as his jersey number. It was returns a fumble for a touchdown,
Wow.
61 yards.
61 yards for a retard's pretty good.
That's a pretty big retard return.
That's a pretty big retard strike right there.
Anyway, he had this girlfriend from some other school. I don't know how. I don't get how that works, but yeah.
Kid Corn kind of looks like a dick. I'm sorry.
She didn't seem to have Down. He didn't have Down syndrome either. He was just retarded. Like, I don't know if he had a brain injury or something. She didn't have Down syndrome either. I don't know if she was retarded, but I know that she dated Danny, who was retarded.
But she legit dated him.
Yes.
How do you know?
It was because they had pictures together and like kissing and stuff. Weird.
What?
Anyway, they ended up breaking up. And my buddy Danny gets into a relationship with this same broad that was just dating a fucking retard.
What the fuck?
And we probably brought him to the verge of killing himself.
Yeah, but so you gave it to him, right? Like you brought
Oh,
him.
it was bad.
Oh, good.
Oh,
See,
it was
bullying
bad.
works sometimes.
Oh, it was bad. But you know what? For good reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. What was going on with that girl? That she's fucking a retard.
I think she's retarded. That was our theory. Is that Ben was fucking a retard.
What? So she caught retard from the retard, and so maybe.
Or she just was retarded to begin with.
She was like, she didn't have the squinty face.
Exactly. No telltale signs.
That's fucking scary.
They'll get you if you're not careful.
Hey, I'm sorry. I know this is a good bit, and you're making a good point, but here, without looking, look to your right. All right, what's the color scheme for candy corn?
Yellow, orange, and white.
From top to bottom. Don't look.
Oh, wait, I just saw it now. I thought it had. That was what I thought.
Yeah, is that right?
White, orange, yellow.
I thought it was different than that. And why does it look like a dick?
Yellow, orange, white. Oh, I did say that. I said the other way around.
Like I was sitting here like stroking it.
Are you saying that this pillow looks like a dick?
Yeah.
Are your balls yellow? Is your shaft white?
Everything's
Is your dickhead white?
My dick ain't white, but it's not orange either. It ain't black, but that's for sure.
Okay, then you just said it doesn't
It's more
look...
like a dark gray, dark red.
It looks like dead skin.
It's kind of like purple looking.
Skin that was forgotten.
You know when you have a scab, you don't scratch it off for too long? It's that color.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
No, I'm just joking. Anyways, yeah, the yellow balls, so my balls are yellow sometimes. No, if anything, the balls are more gray and the dick is the more fleshy colored. Why are balls gray? That's a great question, right?
I guess because they don't need to be anything else.
Yeah, but like, why is that why the rest of your asshole is gray?
Because it's your asshole.
You know, I haven't looked at it in many years.
I bet it's gray.
I looked at it, I think, back in high school in a mirror, like bent over in front of a mirror, and I was like shocked at how atrocious it looked. Never mind the hair, but like the actual color. Whereas, like, you know, I've dated girls and they had like pretty assholes where it's like, yeah, I want to kiss it, but like,
You know, there's an interesting thing about being a guy.
yeah.
Is of all the parts of your body that you're like, you know, like, oh man, okay. You never look at your asshole.
It's not easy. I think it's
Like
by
you just
design.
said, I haven't looked.
By design, it's not easy to look.
It's not
You
easy.
have to go out of your way.
It's not even a mirror.
It's like checking your TSB account. You have to go out of your way.
You have to enter like the fourth dimension to look at it, but
You have to like make a salt ring and pray to the blood gods.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, let me look at my ass.
And are you ever happy when you see it? Like, has any guy ever looked at their asshole and thought, like, that's better than I thought?
I feel like it's emasculating. You're like, ooh, I have a hole.
Ew, why is it all, like, why is it winking back at me? You know what they say when you stare into the abyss and the abyss looks back. Oh, man. It is an interesting one. Not interesting, but it's more weird. I guess that's what I meant. Alright, let me grab my phone here. I might have something there. You got a case of the sleeping there at the same time.
I just got real sleepy.
It's okay if we both are sleeping, but we can't be both sleepy at the same time.
We also don't have to keep this. It's going long.
No.
We don't have to keep going.
No. Just keep recording.
This is almost as long. Almost longer than the other one.
I don't care. I'm sure we already did this one, but you know what Tinder needs?
What is it?
Do you know what Tinder really needs?
What it needs?
Yeah.
Oh my god, is it gonna be a retard joke?
No, it's like a how close do you live to a school questionnaire.
For the pedos.
Yeah, for the pedos, for the ones on a list. And then it should give it, you say, I live at 12345 zip code, and it says you are 232 feet from Parker Elementary School. Then you know if you can date that broad across town if she's within the legal distance you can be.
You know, that is a difficult thing for pedophiles is there isn't a pedophile dating app.
Or is there?
Because
Hinge.com, Denny's Bone. Not Denbone, but Denny's Bone.
well, it would just all be pedophiles don't want to be with pedophiles.
How do you know?
Because they want to be with kids. That's the literal definition of a pedophile.
You got a point.
Yeah.
Well, it's like you don't always want to.
They're a disadvantage.
You make a valid point, sir. Well, I wonder what it's like to be like a genuine dude and you have your own ice cream truck business and not be a pedophile. Like, is it more of a shock when you say, what do you do for a living? Like, oh, I sell ice cream out of trucks. And then you don't have a sexual, like, fucking assault history. You know, like, like, what came first there, the chicken or the egg? Like, if you have one, do you have the other?
Like, known pedophiles are coming out to you and, like, trying to be boys with you.
Like, if you get convicted of pedophilia in court, like, after they release you from jail, like, all right, here's your ride home. They give you, like, a fucking ice cream truck. Like, is it just connected? Or, like, once you get an ice cream truck, you just, like,
I think you know what to do with this, and they just throw you the keys.
Hey, you know what to do.
You know what to do.
Hey, here's to you, kid. The judge tosses you, like, keys across the
You
room.
take it from me, kid.
I love the idea of, like, an older dude saying, here's the, like, you do you, kid. But I'm 43. Oh, man.